free over the phone. No clinic. Steelman Pill sends it in the mail in a confidential package.
I'm on it. I mean, my friend will be on it.
Steelman Pills, going the extra mile to help men with erectile dysfunction.
800-915-9371. 800-915-9371. 800-915-9371. That's 800-915-9371.
The Lou Information Station presents Arch City Now with Vic Faust.
Hey guys, happy Friday. Is it that time already? Here we are, 6:05 on a Friday morning, September 12th. Thanks for being with us. We're getting you up and going this morning. We are here. Myself, Pro Joe, ready to rock and roll on a Friday. Arch City Now. Thanks for jumping in with us. You know what we do here? All St. Louis, all the time. If you have a St. Louis story, you have something going on local, let us know. Jump in on the chat line, Facebook, X, and YouTube. We're here for you. Things that, shout outs, people, places, business, charities. You name it, we're here to do it. Also, what are your plans for the weekend? The heat is a big story again in the St. Louis area. Here comes the weather. Where are you from that standpoint? There's still some shows. There's entertainment here this weekend. There's sports. Lots of these things happening, and we're here to try to help get things going. We have a new app, by the way, as well. If you haven't seen it, it's called the KLIS app. So you can now download the app and check in with us. The Lou Info app is here. That's what it looks like. You can download it now on Apple and Android. And we're here ready to kickstart it. You get the app, you can follow us a little bit easier. And I'm glad that we have it. Slowly but surely, we continue to add a bunch of these things to the show, to the network, and so forth. And I'm glad that we have it now. If you like it, if you have opinions on it, let us know. And if you download it and you see something that might be better, let us know as well. But you have it there to catch all the programs. To download us, louinfo.com, and we're here 24/7, all St. Louis, all the time. 6:07 is the time. Glad you're with us. National Days. Good morning to you, Greg. Appreciate you jumping in on that. Anything interesting? National Video Game Day. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
But they're celebrating that over at Maryville University this morning. Arguably the number one video gaming college in America, Maryville University.
National Gym Day.
National Stand Up to Cancer Day, National Chocolate Milkshake Day. There you go. National Gym Day. Gym Bros. National Police Woman Day. There you go. And congrats and shout out to all the police women out there across our country.
National Day of Encouragement Day.
National Day of Encouragement. There's a lot. Why so many today? National Mindfulness Day. There's so many national days. You can't remember the national days. National Hug and High Five Day. National Dolphin Day. Oh my gosh.
Hug and high five a dolphin today.
Jennifer Hudson's 44. Ben Folds. Is that Ben Folds 5?
Yeah. I used to.
59.
Still love him.
Joe Pantaleono 74. Linda Gray 85. And
Louis
C.K. 58. Thank you, Greg. Appreciate you putting all that in there. Anything else going on? Any other shout outs to give out on a Friday morning? We'll do that. I talked about the heat. Could you feel it yesterday if you were out and about? It's supposed to be even warmer tomorrow and Sunday. I mean, so much so that there's, it's interesting. My son's high school football game was supposed to be a little bit later in the day. I think it was like 2:00. They moved it to 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. A high school football game at 10 a.m. on a Saturday morning.
I'm sure the kids will appreciate it.
Well, yeah, maybe. You know what? I've wondered this. Is it? And then, okay, so not only did the high school's doing this, what about Mizzou? Okay, Mizzou football had a game that was supposed to start at 3:00 tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Sold out against Louisiana Monroe. They moved it up to noon. So I'm wondering, is it better to start the game at 3 when it's the hottest, and then it starts to maybe get a little bit cooler.
Who are they playing?
Louisiana Monroe. What? So
I was just thinking if they're moving it up to make sure it's hotter.
no,
maybe,
no. Or is it better to start the game at 3 and then it starts to maybe drop down over the next 3.5 hours? Or is it better to start the game at 12 and then it just heats up by the time you finish?
I don't know what the logic is there.
No, I mean, but is it the same? Is it better? Hold on, let me check my hour by hour forecast to see what we have for Columbia, Missouri.
Yeah, was there any rain expected or anything? Maybe
There's no rain, and it's so dry. There's dry conditions all over the Midwest. We've got no rain in the forecast either.
Yeah, they are saying it's like drought conditions.
It is
we always
drought.
get like a late summer drought.
So at 12 o'clock tomorrow in Columbia, it's supposed to be 87 when they kick off. And then by like 3:30, it's like 93. So it would go up like 6 degrees. If they started the game at 3 p.m. around 93 degrees, then it's like 2 degrees lesser when it ends at like 6:30ish.
So I think I understand the logic, because if you jump straight into a boiling pot, it hurts. But if you sit in a pot of hot water while it's heating up to boil, you're going to sit in there longer because you get used to the heat. So if they start at a cooler temperature and they warm up with the temperature, it doesn't feel as bad. But if you're jumping right out on that field when it's like 90s, it's miserable. I don't know. That's my logic.
I
love the look you just gave me.
I'm thinking. Greg says it depends how fast it warms up versus how it cools down. I agree. But the bottom line is, I mean, all of the St. Louis metropolitan area, Missouri, has this kind of heat now. And as bad as it is right now, it's still not as bad as it is to me as it was a month ago or 5 weeks ago. The humidity is not even as close. It's not even as close to being as hot. Not even as close. It's not.
I agree.
Good morning, Vic and Projo. Hello, Darth, as in Darth Vader. So we'll do with the heat here for a while. It's still around. All I know is they're moving games around because of the heat. So it is what it is. We're having I wonder if it's going to be record heat tomorrow.
I was going to say, isn't
and I haven't seen a heat advisory yet, but I'm sure there'll probably be one.
90 seems pretty normal to me. And for a sport that
not on
rain
Saturdays,
or shine,
but not 90, 96 or 98 or whatever it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
For the middle of September? Really? Well, it's not. Okay, 96 for tomorrow, 96 Sunday, 94 Monday, 95 Tuesday, 93 Wednesday, 92 Thursday. So this heat's around for a while, and it has been for a few days.
Yeah. I was still wearing a hoodie all day yesterday, though. It's like I didn't even feel it.
Really?
I wasn't outside for very long, though.
Yeah, that's what okay.
It was very brief.
I mean, and not really. There might be a pop-up shower somewhere, but that's it. That's it as we look at that. So how do you feel, St. Louis? Is this normal? Does it feel normal? It feels a little abnormal maybe to be this warm. It was this warm to start the last couple of years, and then I thought it started to cool down. Because my son told me for the first time, this being his 4th year, they actually practiced outside leading in to their first game of the year. They couldn't practice. All of them were inside because it was so hot. But then as the next couple of weeks went on, the weather cooled down. This year, it's opposite. It felt like fall the first couple games. Now, it's heated back up. Donna says, Vic, you look better, but still sound congested. I do, but not bad. I've gotten a whole lot better. I appreciate it. 6:14 is the time. This is Arch City Now. That's Projo, the voice of Projo. I'm Vic Faust. All things St. Louis. All the time. We were talking some sports issues, what Mizzou has going on this weekend. That's an early tailgate starting at 12 o'clock. Get that game going. Mizzou had a bunch of those games last year, it seemed like.
Day drinking.
Day drinking in the heat. That'll put you out
Early.
early. Nap time. Thank you so much. Okay. You can jump in the show through Facebook, X, and YouTube. Let us know what's going on this morning. Thanks for liking, subscribing, sharing the show as well. I'm just grateful that you guys come to us each morning, get things going. Hot Take Central 2.0 follows us each day as well. And where do we got there? We got that. Look. Okay. Okay. So anything that you guys want to talk about, you have an idea for a story, let us know. If there's something going on this weekend that we may have missed, let us know as well. Cardinals were off yesterday. They're in Milwaukee to take on the Brewers. 3 games under 500. Palante's on the mound tonight. Another one of those pitching starting experiments that did not work, where the Cardinals will look back and go, oh my gosh, what the hell happened there? Also, coming up on the show today, how about the federal seizures targeting the vape market? I don't know much about the vape market. Projo, you know more than I do.
I know very little, but since the story, I've been kind of trying to keep up.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll get into that. Are you feeling lucky? Is St. Louis alive and well when it comes to the lotto market? Richmond Heights Schnooks sold a winning scratchers ticket. We'll tell you how much that went for. I know, it's like,
we're on a streak.
Hey. St. Louisans, the 4 richest people in St. Louis. I knew 3 of the 4 right off the bat. Pretty simple. The other one I thought lived in like Springfield. I didn't think lived in the St. Louis area. But she does.
Who was this?
I'm not telling you yet.
Oh, okay.
One of the 4 richest people. According to the list that we have. I can't read my writing to tell you the next story we have, but that's fine. Maybe later I will.
Got to get an interpreter.
What are we doing this weekend? High school football in play tonight. If you want to give a shout out to your team, your alma mater, your son, your daughter involved in whatever it may be in a game experience, let us know. Former Blues play-by-play announcer John Kelly gets a new job. Congrats to him. We'll talk NFL. NFL had a game last night, Thursday night game. One team looks really good to start the season. Plus the Chiefs, who they've got Sunday. More information. Allegedly, the man of interest or the suspect in the Charlie Kirk assassination still hasn't been found.
It's amazing with technology these days.
Well, yeah, it really is. Once again, leading to the effect of a team effort, not just one person. And especially with all the people who were involved trying to act like they did it. There needs to be some sort of horrible, and I mean horrible sentence or crime or punishment for people who try to act like they're somebody when they're not, when a situation like that happens, aiding and embedding murder.
No, I did see something online. This is not like confirmed or anything. However, shortly after it happened, apparently they're 5 minutes away from an airport, and there was a private airplane that had taken off. Like, it wasn't scheduled to take off. It took off and it shut off its transmitter in the middle of flight. So they couldn't track it. So nobody's talking about that. However, I saw many stories the day of.
I don't doubt it.
So
I don't doubt it at all. Plus, big weekend over at Enterprise Center too. A couple shows. We'll get into those as well. Let you know who's in town this weekend as we talk some of the St. Louis things that we are. Arch City Now. Thanks for being with us. This is, it's a little bit more of a, I guess,
free for all Friday.
A free for all Friday. try to have. I still feel the after effects from the Charlie Kirk stuff, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's still very much in our faces.
I mean,
it's
trying
not going away anytime soon.
Trying to move on from it, but I'm like, ugh, I still got that yucky feeling about it all. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
And wanting to have fun and do some more things on the show, but we're just kind of going with the flow with you guys and what you think as well, because you still don't have a suspect in custody somehow, some way. How the hell is that even a possibility? That should not be a possibility.
I mean, they caught the Ohio shooter. They caught him like right away. Well, yeah. Well, I guess that was a different situation.
Well,
he
no,
had
it
different.
was.
He had different security, which is probably what Charlie should have had. With as controversial as he is, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It just, how can they not find this guy? And will they ever? Will that be one of those things?
I hope not.
Yeah,
course.
I know. I hope not too. But then I'm like,
Of course, then again, you know, you never know if that's even the right person, you know. It could be, who knows?
yeah, but okay, let's just put it this way. Even if it wasn't the right person, they still would have been able to find that person by now.
True, very true. That
That's-
person would have came forward
Yes.
and said, hey, it's not me, it's not me. Yeah, true.
Yes. So that's why it's like, okay, a lot of this leads to the conspiratorial situation of things where, okay, people must say you're going down the rabbit hole, but okay. Greg says, can't trust the internet rumors. One has a guy that for a shutdown by Charlie a couple of months ago, and another rumor, a transgender zealot that made a song called Charlie Kirk is dead at 31. I know, I've seen all those.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of things going around.
Unfortunately, I still have seen a lot of videos and people like really happy.
Oh, yeah, that's sick. That's so sick. I have people commenting on some of my posts, and it's family members, and it's making me sick. So I just delete them, and I'm not arguing with people online.
Good. Don't. It's not worth it. There's a lot of liars in the world too.
Mm-hmm.
People will lie about you. They'll lie to your face. They'll try to make you be at the bad guy when you're not.
Well, there's a lot
And then if you respond to them, all of a sudden you're the bad guy because you responded.
right.
And you've been quiet for a long time. And all of a sudden you may respond to something one time
Mm-hmm.
out of 1,000. And you've been the good guy, the angel, the true good person. And then if you respond one time with one, then they'll try to jump on that,
Mm-hmm.
the true narcissistic manipulative behavior that people act with because it's easy. And there's a lot of manipulative narcissistic people who refuse to admit that they're the ones who are wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll just throw it all on you. And they think, that, oh, I'm such a victim.
It's called narcissism.
Yep. And go to their friends and I'm such a victim. And then move on to the next victim,
Mhm.
whatever the case story may be. That's what's interesting. Trust, know, and don't believe everything from the chat line. Yeah, I know. But what is going on? Can we show pictures of that? The suspect, or
Yeah,
at least what we're
absolutely.
being told is the suspect right now.
Well, this is not a very good picture. There we go. This is the one. These are the pictures.
I'm just trying to get closer pics to figure that out.
You know, there is oh man, if it's the same person, they showed up at an event, a different event at a different college, asked a question about transgender. There's a clip rolling around, and they look so just like this kid. So they're saying the person might have been at another event and followed him around.
I mean, just trying to, I don't know. I just don't know how we're 2 days later and they still don't have a suspect. They still have not been able to find this guy or people associated.
I want to know where these pictures came from. Was this somebody's camera? They're walking and they just took a picture of this guy on
that looks
accident?
that looks like security that zoomed in.
Yeah, but look how low it is. It doesn't.
No,
I
that's
don't know.
zoomed
It
in.
doesn't.
Those were shots from above, security cameras.
Okay. This looks like
Because the eye in the sky doesn't lie, and it's everywhere.
Oh, true. They just look awfully low to be security cameras. And why would you walk past a camera if it's like right at eye level? If you just did what you did, I don't know. This seems weird.
Is the triangle logo on his hat significant for anything? I have zero idea.
I can't really tell what it is.
No, but clearly,
Looks like maybe Ararat symbol, because don't they have like a triangle type? I don't know.
not quite sure. Not quite sure from that standpoint. I'm just bummed out that here we are 2 days later and this is still going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then we talk about the airport being close by, with people talked about yesterday, and so forth, and things that can happen. It's like, really? Really? Are we going to be dealing with this? I mean, my worst fears are that it becomes a JFK situation.
Right.
Those are my worst fears. But
And no, Greg, I don't think it was the bullhorn guy. He didn't have anything, I don't think. I'll have to try to find the clip.
okay. I'm just I just don't know where I just these people, I mean, really, these people who still try to gaslight you, Projo. I hate that. I hate that.
Oh, yeah.
And people will gaslight you for whatever reason ever that they do. And here we are, they've got a family, his wife, Erica, still wondering, who assassinated her husband. And we don't know. We don't know as you look at those pictures. And it doesn't look good for our security. I talked about Kash Patel. It doesn't look good for the FBI. And I know, and it's changed everything when people go and speak on tours. Now, Ben Shapiro says he's going to, another conservative pundit, is going to continue his college tours and pick up where Charlie was. And I love it.
I like Ben Shapiro.
I know.
Charlie Kirk.
No one person can be everything to everybody.
Right.
I'm not a huge Charlie fan for a variety of reasons. I mean, Ben fan for a variety of reasons. He's super. His style, stylistically, he's different. Super damn smart. Sharp as a tack. Very, very wicked smart.
He has opposite views on things that Charlie was very adamant about.
Well, Charlie started to change some of his attitude and things on Israel too.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Not against Israel, but like, hey, kind of like what I'd said.
Right.
I'm all about backing Israel, but that attack, they knew about it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they wanted it. There's no way the most guarded security border in the history of the world, all of a sudden, we're just not going to see those people coming in. We got to take a quick break. Is it break time? Or is it close to?
We're 28. Yeah.
Gosh, we got so much going on here. We told you about all the things coming up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We'll get into these stories, things that are happening this weekend. A little bit lighter side of things. Don't go anywhere. Like, subscribe, share the show. We are Arch City Now. That's Projo. I'm Vic. Getting better. Trying to get some sleep. Trying. I wish these glasses were shady glasses. I just go get my sunglasses on, then you can't see my eyes. Back with more Arch City Now. Right after this, we are your Lou Information Station. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen, 222-2222.
This is your Lou. Student high school in St. Louis County. The teacher was taken to the hospital with minor injuries, and the student is in custody. The school and 2 others briefly went into lockdown as a precaution. Police are still investigating what led to that incident. St. Louis police have arrested 25-year-old Kenneth Dotson in connection with a fatal drive-by shooting last month. The victim, 24-year-old Darian Reed, was shot near South Kings Highway in Connecticut after leaving a gas station on August 23rd. He died days later from a neck wound. Surveillance footage led to Dotson's arrest on Thursday. One person was killed early Thursday morning after being hit by a vehicle on westbound I-64 in West St. Louis County. The crash happened around 6 a.m. near Timberlake Manor Parkway. All westbound lanes were shut down for several hours during the investigation. The cause of the incident is still under investigation. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports. Anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. We're back into a summertime pattern through the upcoming weekend, and it looks like into next week, very low rain chances. Sunny today, and we're headed for the mid-90s. Looks like low 70s and a few clouds for the overnight hours. Another hot one on Saturday, mid to upper 90s and sunny. A few clouds on Saturday night, a slight chance of a thunderstorm, and 90s on Sunday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
This hour of content on the Lou Information Station is brought to you by Grandpa Pigeons, Johnny Mac's Sporting Goods, and Becky's Carpet and Tile Superstore.
Hey, see that, kids? That's the St. Louis Arch, the gateway to the west.
The Lou Information Station, where we'll always call it Highway 40 or Highway 40 if you're a boomer.
The St. Louis expression?
Stream our content 24/7 at louinfo.com. The Lou Information Station.
Hey everyone, Cam Jansen here to tell you about the experts at Fast Signs in Earth City. Fast Signs can handle any and all of your business visibility needs, from traditional signs and graphics to digital to core graphics and anything in between. Fast Signs in Earth City has you covered. The station uses them, the Blues use them, and you will love the work they do. Call 314-344-4400 for your custom signage needs today. That's Fast Signs in Earth City, 314-344-4400.
This is Mizzou wide receiver Kevin Coleman Jr.
And I'm Mizzou linebacker Josiah Trotter.
When we hit the field, we have each other's back.
And off the field, we got James Carlton and State Farm covering us.
Thanks, fellas. Nothing beats college football season, and nothing beats saving money. Just by getting a quote from our office and mentioning Mizzou, we'll make a donation to support Mizzou's will to win push on your behalf. No strings attached.
So you're supporting the team just by checking your rates. Doesn't get any easier than that.
It's so easy. Check them out online at carltoninsurance.net. MIZZOU.
Buddy.
What do you say, buddy?
Man, life comes at you fast. 1 minute you're cruising home, the next flashing lights in your rear view.
And that's when you need backup. With the Legal Buddy app, you can connect to a local attorney in seconds.
Seconds? Not waiting days for a callback?
Nope, right away. DWI, car accident, criminal charge, traffic ticket, Legal Buddy's got your back.
So it's like having a lawyer in your pocket.
Exactly. Someone ready to step in the moment you need them, no matter the situation.
That's peace of mind.
That's Legal Buddy.
We're always going to be buddies, right?
All right, where do I get this?
Just download the Legal Buddy app at LegalBuddyApp.com. Register and use code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Nice. Tickets, accidents, legal trouble, you're covered.
The Legal Buddy app, always on your side. Download it today. Enter code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Buddy, it don't get much better than this.
Yep.
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Happy Friday, everybody. Hope it is a good morning for you. 6:34 is the time, September 12th. Let's have a great day, as I always say. Stay positive, move forward. Everything that happens in life, as difficult as it is, with the sick residue that still remains all over my body, my feelings, my mind, my heart, regarding the Charlie Kirk situation and everything that's out there about it. And that story it'll be around for a while. And then I'm telling you, it'll fade a little bit. And that's sad. It's life. It's the news cycle. Just continue to pray for the family. And I'm sorry. If you're somebody who's like, well, he deserved it, he had no empathy, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. It has nothing to do with politics whatsoever. Projo, you said you found a rifle. There was no doubt. It sounded like a rifle in the shot. And then, of course, now we have a picture of the rifle as well.
I got to bring it in. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I thought you told me.
No,
Did you not tell me you had it?
I do have it. I just didn't have it in.
I'm sorry to pop that up when you weren't ready, buddy.
That's my bad.
And then the final thing I'll say about this one, we'll review this a little bit later in the show. We take it to 8:00 for Hot Take Central 2.0 with the former Blue Cam Jansen and Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes.
All right, I got it. Here it is.
All right. Not that this makes me feel any better because once again, people do things with those things. Those things don't operate themselves.
Just looks like a standard bolt action.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah. Okay. We showed it. It is what it is. And they still don't have the guy. All right. We'll continue to do that a little bit later in the show.
Well, I do want to touch on Donna's.
Touch on Donna, please.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to get into this. I'm like so afraid if I start talking to be like yesterday. Didn't shut up for 2 hours, one of the fastest shows.
I just think it's a very, very good point.
What you got, buddy?
With all the high tech. I mean, don't they have dogs anymore? I mean, that we saw where
they've
he jumped
used
down.
Everything.
We saw where he jumped down. There's a footprint. I mean, they couldn't get a scent on this kid.
Of course they could. There's no doubt they could.
I don't know. Anyway, okay. I'm done.
So what do you, I mean, what? Are you saying they did this on purpose then?
Well, I don't know why they didn't. I mean, obviously, if we can think about it, why didn't I didn't see any dogs out there. You know, I mean, and who's to say that they didn't? Obviously, we weren't there for the entire investigation. However, you would think that that's definitely found people, or at least the direction they went.
Good morning to you, Ben and Paul and Donna and Greg and Ryan. Just checking everything's out right now. Ryan says both sides need to turn the temperature down. Political violence solves nothing. No, I agree, Ryan. But what can Charlie Kirk, his supporters, turn down?
Right.
I mean, I'm all ears. And the one thing I've always loved, and when I did political shows, I was open-minded. Always. I prided myself, and Projo knows that. To the point where conservatives and liberals hated me at times. It was like when I went to work in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I had the old guy come up to me at a live shot and go, "You ain't from around here. You a Yankee. You don't sound like us." And I'm like, oh, dear God, what have I stepped into? And then, of course, I go to Detroit, and they're like, "Hey, you don't sound like us up here." It's like, where are you from? The South? And I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. As a lot of people like to say, FML. I mean, that's what I felt like. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? No, I feel like that's one of these situations as well. Tony, welcome into the show. Good morning. Happy Friday. Did you see the guy with the white hat on in the tent to the right of Charlie giving hand signals? Yes, I did. But I don't know if that's been manipulated. There is no doubt. I mean, it looks like when you see the video, something came out from the crowd and went in one side of the neck and out the other.
Right, but I think what he's talking about as far as hand signals is...
Thank you, Paul, for the compliment. Yeah, the black guy is like...
Yeah, he's trying... Well, I think he had a white T-shirt on or a white... Something. Anyway, he was trying to... I think that what he's implying is he was giving him hand signals to take the shot or something.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Right, but I have to say I've watched many Charlie Kirk clips, and that guy has been his basically right-hand man for a long time.
Well, a lot of times people that you trust can hurt you the worst.
True.
And those are the ones that you feel are in your corner or have had your back And then when you find out that they're the ones who have hurt you, it hurts the worst.
Yeah.
And in that case, you never know. I'm not saying anything
Yes,
about
anything-
that. I'm just
anything's
saying
possible.
general in life. Paul says, weird how the bullet casing was left in the rifle and how the rifle was discarded whole and not broken down, easily found. Yes, once again, all of these things that remind me of a JFK situation, just waiting for things to be broken down. And here we are, 100% talking about it again on a Friday morning, not trying to get away from it. It's just, there's another topic.
But if you're trying to get away, you're not going to take the time to disassemble the gun, and you're going to take that shot and get the heck out of there.
And then there were at least 3 different people like acting happy or trying to draw attention to themselves or saying that they did it.
Right.
Which is why they should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law and or new laws implemented because of the situation.
Yep.
Tony, and yeah, I agree, Tony. Shifting gears, the Pack is back. NFL, Green Bay, they look good. They do. I don't like Green Bay. I don't like anything about the Packers. I hate their uniforms. I hate their colors. I hate their tradition. I hate everything about the Packers. Not to mention I'm a Lions fan. Sorry. There's a reason why. But congratulations, because the Packers look really good. Really good. Really good. So, and Tony, we see you jumping on the show, man. No, you're a good dude with a good heart. So if you're finding joy in the Packers winning, then I will root for you a little bit behind the scenes. If you can. It's just, okay. It's like, the people who've been close to, oh my gosh, another Go Pack. Gonna throw up all over myself on a Friday. Although hey, there is one thing I'll give the Packers. I like their all whites.
They're what?
They're all whites. They had all white unis.
Oh, yeah.
I like those. But green and yellow is the nasty. I mean, even brown and orange from Cleveland's better than the green and yellow nastiness of Lambeau.
That was the Panthers colors.
And the reason I jump into this, the Packers looked really good against the Lions. They did. And the Lions played a terrible game and they still weren't blown out. So I was like, okay. Lions will take care of the Packers when they come to Detroit. Mark my words for that. Greg says, hey, Tony, MRZ. That's right. Mizzou gets back to action tomorrow. A noon kickoff because of the heat. They moved it back because of 3. I despise Saturday high school football games. Unfortunately, my son's school doesn't have lights, and the conference they play in has a couple other schools that they don't have lights. Why don't they have lights? Because there are neighbors who are selfish and we don't want lights at night. It'll be too loud at maybe 5 nights in 364 days or 5 days. Anyway, even my son's game that was supposed to be played, I think at 2:00, they moved it back to 10 a.m. tomorrow. High school football game, 10 a.m. in the morning. Rah. How excited are we for this? Help us. Donna says, go Chiefs. That's exactly where I was going with that football talk when I took the bait on the Packers only to get into the effect that the Chiefs have a huge game on Saturday. That's the must-see game of the week, in my humble opinion. Paul says I'm on a roll today. No, well, it's a new day. I got sleep. I've been exhausted. I haven't been sleeping. Once I got to sleep, I slept amazing. I was like, oh my God, the alarm went off already. It feels like it's been 10 minutes. Paul says you're on a roll. LMAO. Yeah. Chiefs. Let me get to the Chiefs. Damn, you guys are on a roll today. You guys are on a roll. We're all on a roll. As a Lions fan, I'm a little worried about the Green Bay Packers this year. They're going to be tough. Yeah, they look really good. They do. They've been building this team back up, and they've been able to keep all their coaches in place. The Lions lost the most coaches that a team has ever lost after last year, 7 coaches. So they're trying to find their way. We will see. Donna says, Mizzou, go Mizzou tomorrow. Yes, that is another big, big game. And the Chiefs, they host the Eagles Saturday, 3:25, repeat of the Super Bowl last year when the Eagles destroyed them. I mean, the game was over before it began. In my weekly football poll that I do. I'm a part of the Fantasy Weekly. There's like 50 of us. I got 4th last week. Guess how much money I got for 4th? $0, Joe.
Yeah, I was going to say
0.
I'll guess, but
Zero.
you just gave me the answer.
I got 4th place. I was right in there up until the end, and I lost, I think, on a tiebreaker. I picked the Chiefs to beat the Eagles at home this week. So there you go. Paul says back in the 80s and early 90s, football in North County had all Saturday games except one Friday night. You're right. My first football games as a kid that I used to go watch were Pattonville, the old suburban North. Pattonville, Hazelwood Central, Tony Van Zandt, Mario Johnson. And then I went and got to play with both those two guys at Mizzou. They were still there when I was there. I remember walking onto campus, onto the field going, Tony Van Zandt, dude's like 26. I'm 18, man. What the hell is he doing here still? But he had severe knee injuries and had red shirt, the medical red shirt. But yeah, back in the day, North County, and that's where damn good football was played from at the St. Louis area. Loved it. And of course, I love Pattonville. Felt like I was robbed of the Friday Night Lights feeling. Friday nights are amazing for high school kids. It's just fun all the way around. It is. Whether you're playing in the game or not, student, fan, playing another fall sport, whatever. That's why we like to promote it and say, jump it on the show. Like, subscribe, talk with us. We'll get it all in. We'll talk about it and have some fun with you guys as well. So thank you for the transition, Tony, where we are on a Friday into a free-for-all, feel-good Friday. Positivity galore. Tony says, Al Michaels said Bart Starr, Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers won Super Bowl at 27 years old. Oh, this makes me sick to my stomach. Guess what? Jordan Love turns 27 in February of 2026. Well, the Super Bowl may have already been played, so you may have to wait until next year for your pack to win. Besides, I don't see any green and yellow in the Super Bowl logo this year. And we already know that every year the Super Bowl logo has colors of teams that go on to win the Super Bowl and or play in it.
That's pretty interesting. I never knew that.
Yeah. Try to find the 2026 Super Bowl logo. It has a lot of blue in it. Lions. Just saying, Lions. Smoke was the best running back in Missouri high school history. Yeah, maybe one of the best high school football players ever. Talking about Tony Van Zandt, who I got to know when I was at Mizzou. I felt bad. I remember walking out there and he's got his leg. I mean, he's a running back, a tailback, and a knee brace, and they were doing everything they could to get him. Best high school football player I ever saw. And I'm as a kid going, how am I going to be able to tackle that? But anyway, it's 6:47. It's a Friday. It's September 12th. We appreciate you jumping in for Arch City Now. Please like, subscribe, share the show. Facebook, X, and YouTube is where you find us. And and you can talk with us too. If there's something else that we're missing, let us know. If you have a story, anything that you want to promote, you can do that as well. The Heat will be a big story this weekend, no matter what you're doing. It'll be interesting to see if, Little League games too, like soccer games, football games, if they cancel or move way, way early in the morning. Because if the high school games and the college games aren't playing in the afternoon, then the little kids shouldn't be playing either. What were we going to say, Projo?
Oh, I got that logo.
Okay. Looking at the logo and the games being played in San Francisco, home of the 49ers this year. By the way, Brock Purdy, if you're a 49ers fan, he's out for the game this weekend. That's bad. Bad. I was curious how well. Oh, can you? Whoa.
Oh, okay.
Pop that back up.
I didn't know if you were done.
All right.
About
No. Nobody wears pink in the NFL last time I checked, right? Not even close to pink. So eliminate the pink all of a sudden. Projo's super talented. If he could eliminate the pink in an instant, he would. But I didn't.
Yeah.
But I didn't give him time.
No, I would have to. Yeah.
Projo, how come you can't take the pink out?
That would be a Photoshop thing.
It's like, okay. So with that,
I didn't know
what do you mean,
really
Projo?
wanted me to take the pink.
No, buddy.
Okay.
What do you mean you can't take the? I mean, that's kind of how it is working with me. Projo's like, what do you want now, Vic? Vic, it's like, why can't you just take the pink out?
What impossible task do I do next?
Seriously, Projo's looking at me like, I just did 100 things. And now you want this, Vic? Okay. Take the pink out. For our listeners on radio on 590, we're showing the logo. Take the pink out. Then you have, if you take the pink out, you have blue, like a Honolulu blue. Guess who has Honolulu blue? That's the Detroit Lions. What other colors do you see if you take the pink out? I see maybe a little yellow. There's no purple. Maybe if the pink is considered to be, but that's not Vikings purple. Literally, I see blue. That's blue. What else is it?
Yeah.
Somebody jump in and tell me, am I wrong? I see blue and white. And then there's a little, well, maybe if we're pushing, I see a little green tree and a yellow sun. Maybe we could stretch it for the Packers, I guess. I don't know.
So the theory is that the Vikings are going to win?
No, I don't know, man. My theory is that's the Detroit Lions because I'm a Lions fan and that's all that I see. And you know how people are in life. If you only want one outcome and it's all about you, you're not going to see anything else. So I'm not seeing anything else besides blue because that's how people tell me they act.
Gotcha. Yeah, there is a lot of blue for sure. I don't think that logo screams Detroit Lions for me.
Oh, what does it scream?
Very colorful for football.
There's a little red under the bridge. I don't know, man. I don't.
It looks like a rainbow to me, man.
Paul says, love my Lions. Purple Vikings. I don't know. Anyway, we're having some fun with it. Go Lions, go Chiefs Sunday against the Eagles. Maybe you're an Eagles fan and you're like, screw you, Vic. Greg says red and gold 49ers. No. 49ers don't have the team. It's not that. No, that's not happening.
Niners are my team, but even I don't think that's happening.
You like the Niners too, huh?
Oh man, I was a Niners fan before a Rams fan before they,
I picked against the Niners last week in that straight up football poll that I was talking about. I can't remember who the Niners beat. Seattle. Maybe it was Seattle. I think I picked Seattle to beat them. Had I picked the 49ers, I would have won the weekly $120 prize. But I picked against the 49ers. I paid the price.
Take that.
Take that, Vic. Yeah, I did. I know. And said fourth place, found my home. And now I feel shame. 6:52 on a Friday, September 12th. Jump in, X, Facebook, YouTube. Glad you guys are with us. We try to keep the volume up, keep the energy going. A little bit easier to do a show today than yesterday, but it doesn't mean we're happy and everything is, like I say, cookies and lemonade poolside. That's for sure. One story I did want to get into here that I thought would be interesting. We can do it a little bit later in the show too. How about St. Louisans, Forbes richest people in the St. Louis area? Hello, Andrew D'Angelo. Check out Revolve.construction. Once again, Revolve.construction. That's a company that I'm involved with on the side as well. That's where I work all the time, Projo. So I have the tan that I have because I'm always out and about. People didn't know that about me. Anything exterior, anything. Best roofer. And we'll get Andrew on at some point in time. He is the most intelligent person I've ever been around.
Well, thanks.
Sorry.
I'm kidding.
He is. We talk. He's my young friend. He's only 35.
Yeah. I've met him. He's a good guy.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm trying to make him get on this Forbes list. Or he's trying to help me get on this Forbes list.
Right.
Okay. Check it out, this Forbes list of the richest people in the St. Louis area. You guys have any guesses without looking it up right now? I think it's pretty basic. I knew about 3 of these people, including the female on the list. The fourth one, I know who he is, never met him. I've only met 2 of these people, and they've both been great when I met them. But what they did is Forbes released its annual Forbes 400 list, ranking the 400 wealthiest Americans in 2025, and 4 of them deep ties to St. Louis on the list. Okay, so what we're talking about The 400 wealthiest people in the United States are worth a record-setting $6.6 trillion. And this is the rich getting richer because 1.2 trillion up from last year. 1.2 trillion. Money makes money. We do know that.
A lot of politics in St. Louis, huh?
No. Okay.
Just kidding.
Number one on the list, 98th in America, no doubt about it, Dave Stewart, Worldwide Technology. He's brilliant. And I can honestly say when I met the man back in 2015, I just moved here from Detroit. We're down at Union Station for a benefit luncheon. I walked outside. They had a really cool setup. They had cigars and they had some liquor, things like that, brunch on a little train right outside Union Station. So I go outside and then I see this very powerful presence, this strong, smart black man, pleasant, walk up to me, put his hand out, shakes my hand and says, Vic, welcome back to St. Louis. I'm glad you're here. And I'm like, and I didn't know Dave Stewart at the time. And I'm like, well, isn't this a really nice guy? So I start talking to him. I have no idea. He's one of the richest people in the world. You would never know. The humbleness that oozed out of his pores was extremely inviting, comfortable. And then he starts telling me about my past. Oh, yeah. You went to Althoff Catholic High School. You went to Mizzou. You played football. Hey, I followed. And I'm like, wait a second. Was I? And once again, I did not know this guy was a billionaire and is involved in so many charities and just an all around. What'd you say?
130.
Damn. Oh, I love it. Well, so we're focusing on Dave. We'll come back right after the break and finish it up. Dave Stewart, and every one of my experiences with him since has been nothing but absolutely amazing. I was in Detroit visiting friends, I don't know, 8 years ago, 9 years ago. I can't remember, 8 years ago. And I run into a person. I meet this woman at one of the bar restaurants that I used to go to because I was back visiting friends. And turns out she is one of the millionaires. He's made more millionaires out of minorities than anybody in the world.
Very cool.
And we start talking. I'm going to see Dave Stewart on next Friday, Vic. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So she's like, you know, Dave, and just talking about how amazing he is, what he has been able to do. Dave Stewart, by the way, 98th on the national list, worth $12.4 billion. $12.4 billion. And I'm telling you, my experiences with him have been nothing but absolutely amazing. Paul says self-made wealthy people are detail-oriented. Yeah, you kind of have to be. Right. You have to be detail-oriented just to pay the bills. You have to be detail-oriented. How are we doing on time, Pro Joe?
We are... Oh, no.
We're down.
No, actually, yeah. Yeah. Yep.
All right. We'll finish up this list on the other side of the break. Like, subscribe, share the show. 3 other people. It is interesting. Love talking money.
Like now.
Arch City Now. We are your Lou Information Station, live and on demand at louinfo.com. Don't go anywhere. We got another hour packed full of information. Getting St. Louis up and going. Pro Joe, Vic Faust. We'll be back right after this.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It should not be based solely on advertisements.
Not sure how to get a lawyer after an accident? Call Brown & Crouppen. We'll walk you through it. Worried it'll cost too much? Here's a fact. At Brown & Crouppen, you pay nothing up front, and we never get paid unless you do. When you're our client, you'll have all your questions answered, all for free. Hurt? Get the facts and help you need. Call Brown & Crouppen now.
Is diabetes keeping you from enjoying life's special moments? At US Med, we understand the challenges you face, and we're here to help.
With US Med, I can finally manage my diabetes without it managing me.
US Med offers a wide range of services to simplify your diabetes care. Personalized care plans, convenient access to cutting-edge diabetes tech, and knowledgeable support. Plus, we'll check your insurance so your diabetes care may be covered at little or no cost to you.
With US Med, I feel confident and control of my diabetes. I can finally live my life to the fullest.
Don't let diabetes hold you back. Choose US Med and experience better birthdays, better adventures, better anniversaries, and better everything. Call now. US Med. Better service, better care. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. That's 800-891-6335.
Broadcasting live from the J. Randolph Jr. Studios in Kirkwood.
Thanks for supporting Daddy.
KLIS 590 AM, Wood River, St. Louis.
Have a great day.
USA Radio News, I'm Anthony Lucero. The Trump administration is promising to respond accordingly after Brazil's Supreme Court sentenced former President Jair Bolsonaro to 27 years in prison for plotting to overturn the 2022 election. Bolsonaro is a close Trump ally and was convicted yesterday. Secretary of State Marco Rubio blasted the case as a witch hunt. Back in July, Trump slapped a 50% tariff on Brazilian imports in retaliation for the prosecution. Brazil's current president has denounced that move, saying his country will not accept anyone's control. Tensions are high in the historically black colleges and universities across the nation after a day full of threats led to campus lockdowns.
Classes at Alabama State University, Hampton University, Virginia State, Clark Atlanta University, Southern University, and Spelman, to name a few, were disrupted due to shelter-in-place orders. The FBI is investigating. The nature of the threats has not been revealed. Authorities were also called out Thursday to investigate what turned out to be nothing after a bomb threat was reported at the Democratic National Committee headquarters in Washington, D.C. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
Authorities are releasing new video of the suspect in the assassination of Charlie Kirk.
At a press conference Thursday night, officials shared footage that shows the suspect jumping off of a building near the scene of the shooting. Kirk died after being shot in the neck while speaking at an outdoor Turning Point event at Utah Valley University Wednesday. Earlier, the FBI released images of a slender man wearing a backpack with a black hat, shirt, and dark sunglasses. The Utah Department of Public Safety said earlier they had recovered a high-powered bolt-action rifle, and they believe the person they're looking for is of college age. I'm Mark Mayfield.
President Trump heads to London on Tuesday with Melania to be welcomed by King Charles at Windsor Castle. He'll honor Queen Elizabeth and meet Prime Minister Keir Starmer. Left-wing protesters plan to disrupt, but Trump remains focused on strengthening ties with America's closest ally. From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
Let's see, if something costs less, a lot less, but people are actually happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MetaShare. Maybe you've heard joining MetaShare can save you or your family up to $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true. People are just happier with it. They love being part of something that reflects and promotes their values and what they believe in. MetaShare works too. It's been around for 30 years now, and members have shared more than $7 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. You can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care, whether you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan that you're happy with. Here you go. You can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. It's 855-SHARE-40. 855-SHARE 40. 855-SHARE-40. 855-SHARE-40.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen. Brown and Crouppen, 222-2222. 222-2222.
Who needs a vacation? Are you ready for an unforgettable getaway? Start packing your bags because Branson, Missouri, the vacation and entertainment capital of the U.S., is calling your name. For just $99 per person, here's what you get. A full 3-day, 2-night stay in a luxury resort hotel. A delicious full breakfast buffet every morning you're here. And when you call right now, free show tickets worth up to $100. That's right, free show tickets to an award-winning show on us. You don't have to leave the country for an amazing vacation. You can drive or fly to Branson and have an incredible time. Whether you bring in the whole family or just planning a romantic escape, this trip is built for you. We guarantee you'll love Branson. This is not a timeshare. It's just an unbeatable vacation deal for only $99 per person. You book now, you can use your tickets anytime this year. You don't even need to know your travel dates to lock in the special price. Hurry, because this offer won't last long. Call our Branson vacation experts today.
800-497-7198. 800-497-7198. 800-497-7198. That's 800-497-7198. Is diabetes keeping you from enjoying life's special moments? At US Med, we understand the challenges you face, and we're here to help.
With US Med, I can finally manage my diabetes without it managing me.
US Med offers a wide range of services to simplify your diabetes care. Personalized care plans, convenient access to cutting-edge diabetes tech, and knowledgeable support. Plus, we'll check your insurance so your diabetes care may be covered at little or no cost to you.
With US Med, I feel confident and control of my diabetes. I can finally live my life to the fullest.
Don't let diabetes hold you back. Choose US Med and experience better birthdays, better adventures, better anniversaries, and better everything. Call now. US Med. Better service, better care. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. That's 800-891-6335.
The Lou Information Station presents Art City Now with Vic Faust.
Hey guys, welcome back into the show. We appreciate you being here. 7:05. Happy Friday. Let's have a great and glorious day. We already know that a bunch of crap's going to hit you. It usually does, right? It's all how you respond to things in life. And that's what we try to do, get you started on the right foot. Beautiful sunrise as I look out past our 3 windows with our plush studios. By the way, if somebody wants to be the studio sponsor, I can already see it. Worldwide Technology Studio. Dave Stewart.
There you go.
As
Dave
we
Stewart
talk,
Studio. Sorry.
I'd like to be the Cargill Studios.
The what?
Cargill. You know what Cargill is, right? Clothing.
I've heard the name.
Construction clothing.
Gotcha,
and
Yep.
Cargill's kind of a big deal. I'm kind of telling you who's going to be next on our list
Sure.
of the Forbes richest people in America and in St. Louis. So you saw where I was going with that. By the way, we are Art City Now and Vic Faust. That's Pro Joe. Like, subscribe, share the show. You can catch us on Facebook, X, and YouTube. Join the chat. We love it when you do as well. Talk with us, talk with each other. Let us know what's happening throughout the Lou. What's going on this weekend? If we're missing something, that's fine as well. High school football tonight, also some early tomorrow morning. College football tomorrow. Mizzou's game moved up to 12 o'clock because of the heat. Kind of a serious deal. You got about 95, 96 temperatures. Not quite sure where the heat index will be, if that's going to get over 100. But games being moved up from that standpoint. Also, if you have kids or grandkids that you plan on watching in sports, don't be surprised if they move those games up or flat cancel them because of the heat, especially if they're playing soccer or football and they're on turf or whatever else is going on right now. Cross country, running, if it's an outdoor sport, good luck with the heat that's hitting the St. Louis area. But try to enjoy it. It is Friday. We love the weekend. The end of the work week for many. So those are some of the things that are happening. Mizzou's game 12 o'clock against Louisiana Monroe. And that'll certainly be a warm one. We were trying to figure out, if you're just joining the show, is it better to have a game at 12 o'clock where it's a little bit cooler, but then you're building towards the big heat? Or is it better to start the game at 3 o'clock and then maybe by the end, and it's 93 degrees, 94 degrees, and then by the end of the game, it might be 88, 89. Is there a difference? Is it better?
I think it's better to gradually warm up if you're playing the game instead of just jumping straight into a hot
I think
game.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I think I'm with you from that standpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're the tailgating, and it's amazing. So I was there last week. An incredible environment. One of the best college football sporting environments I've been in pregame. It was absolutely amazing. The weather was great. This week, not so much. It's pretty damn hot. So thanks for jumping on the show. All St. Louis all the time. Facebook, X, YouTube, you know what we do. Good morning to everybody who's jumping in on the show. You as well, Ben. Okay, Greg says, I bring this up so everyone can plan ahead. A cult favorite movie turning 50 in 2 weeks. Can you guess by the synopsis? The story centers on a young engaged couple whose car breaks down in the rain near a castle where they search for help. The castle is occupied by strangers in elaborate costumes holding a party. Okay, you can let us know.
Yeah, I don't have a guess.
I think it's 4 words. And I'll let you know if I got it right. But 4 words. That's what I'm guessing. 4 words right there. So Projo, you don't have an idea. Greg, you can let us know whenever you want to. That's fine as well. Okay. I want to continue.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, I know what it is. You're right. Yep. Mm-hmm. That was easy. Well,
I thought it was easy.
Yeah.
If I can get it, it's easy.
Yeah.
I'm of average intelligence and phenomenal effort and energy.
I don't know how I didn't get that. Anyway.
Thank you. That's why I just said Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Mm-hmm.
That was easy. But yeah, thanks for having some fun with us, Greg. We appreciate it, bud. Okay. Continuing on with the Forbes list of the richest people in St. Louis. To me, like I said, I knew 3 of them. And I only learned about the third, the female, from a friend of mine who runs a gas station, kind of owns a gas station, and she's involved in those as well, which I'll get into in just a second. But I was going on about Dave Stewart, my respect for Dave Stewart, and how he treated me with the utmost respect and class when I first met him. And I'm a nobody, and he's doing so much for so many people and has for most of his life. And this guy treated me with nothing but respect. He's 98th on the list, $12.4 billion. Congratulations, Dave Stewart. And I was talking about him making more people millionaires who are minorities.
Right.
I mean, than anybody else in America. And I met one of those women in Northville, Michigan, where I was out one night. And it blew my mind. And I'm like, oh, it's that easy, huh? This is what Dave did. This is what he told me to do. He said, follow me. I'll show you how to do it. And it worked out.
Nice.
Number 2 on the list in St. Louis, 158th nationally, Pauline McMillan Keenath. K-I-N-K-I-A-N K-E-I-N-A-T-H. Keenath. Pauline McMillan Keenath, 158th on the list, $8.5 billion. You don't know who she is, do you, Projo?
Nope.
She's the largest shareholder of Cargill, one of the largest food production companies in the world, with a 13% stake in the company. That's massive. I was also told that she owns gas stations by a gas station owner as well. But I did not know she was in St. Louis. I thought she lived outside of St. Louis, maybe a few hours, but I guess I stand corrected. 3 on the list. Oh, it's Dave Stewart's right-hand man, Jim Cavanaugh. No surprise there, $7.7 billion. He's 187th on the national list. Known Jim, talked to him 2 or 3 times. Once again, pretty good guy all the way around in regards to respect and treating people like he's not above them. So I had that situation with him and loved it. $7.7 billion. The 4th on the list, 352nd of 400, sneaking in there in the top 400 from Forbes in the St. Louis area. It is Roger Riney and his family. And I've learned about him from his investment days. He was a co-founder of the brokerage firm Scottrade, which was really huge here in St. Louis. It now operates under the portfolio of the financial firm of Charles Schwab. He sold it and made a ton of money. So they made the list. Also, Johnny Morris, the founder and CEO of Bass Pro Shops. We know how big Bass Pro Shops is from Springfield. He ranked 176th. with a net worth of $7.9 billion. So he comes in under the state of Missouri. And what Bass Pro Shops have been, and they've done over the years, is nothing short of phenomenal. Phenomenal all the way around. And it's always fun. It seems like money, when you talk money, it's pretty interesting, especially throughout the St. Louis area. You guys disagree? Do you like to know, like to see? I don't know. Paul says, I used to watch the Rocky Horror Picture Show too. Yeah, I guess so. So there you go with that list from St. Louis when it comes to people who are making a whole lot of money, and they found the keys to that. So congrats to them, continued success. And I do know Worldwide Technology does so much with so many charitable organizations as well. What are you laughing about over there, Projo?
I thought you were talking, there's two different Pauls. I thought you were talking about, never mind.
Okay. Gotcha. Oh, I see. There's two different Pauls in there. Yeah. You got it. Yeah, I gotcha. I'm not even going down that road right now. Hey, speaking of money, we were talking, the winner from that Powerball over in Spanish Lake has still not come forward. That's not uncommon.
Of course, yeah. I wouldn't come
getting
forward
your ducks.
either.
No. When I mean come forward to claim their prize.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I said, please, I don't know you. At least I don't think I know you.
Right.
Unless it's somebody who I do know and they're getting ready to invest heavily in Faust Enterprises.
Fingers crossed.
Actually, it's Renew Media Group, LLC.com. If LLC, you can make that check out to LLC. We'll do shows. We'll do shows on your newfound fame. Lifestyles of the rich and famous.
From North Carolina.
Has not come forward yet. So that winning ticket that was purchased in the Spanish Lake, the person has not come forward. That does not mean that they will claim their ticket. When they claim their ticket, the lottery office, they don't keep that information private. They only keep it private if you don't want your name out there. And I don't think anybody should ever give their names.
Yeah.
Don't ever take a picture. Don't tell anybody your name. Keep it quiet and just let the signs show that something has changed in your life.
They say that if you win the lottery, it increases your chances of being murdered. I'm serious. It's literally
all right.
a stat.
That's wonderful.
That is a stat.
Or at least being abducted and held ransom for money.
Right.
Oh my God. Do not tell anybody.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd tell a soul.
Nope.
I'm not kidding. I don't know.
There would be signs, but
there will be signs. But I don't know if I would tell anybody.
Nope.
So when I win, I won't tell anybody. Okay. So that person has not come forward. But when I like to do the tickets every now and then. But then I didn't buy one 2 days ago because I was like, oh, the chances of us winning. It just went out the window because somebody just won.
Mm-hmm.
That literally went through my mind. And just do the show me. It's like $1. It's a little Missouri one. You can still try to. Everybody wins in the Missouri one all the time.
Yeah, you have better odds of winning like pick 3, but the jackpots are smaller. So,
by the way, Greg reminds everybody that the state of Missouri made it private in 2022. So now you can be anonymous, but that didn't change until 2022.
Mm-hmm.
So now that we kind of broke the ice, we're going to win a lot. We're going to have a lot of lottery winners in the state of Missouri, the show me state, right? Okay. Well, as soon as I'm thinking you don't get any winners here, and this has been going on for some time, but there's been lots of scratcher winners. Another Scratchers winner over at Richmond Heights. The Richmond Heights Schnooks sold a $100,000 Scratchers. Congratulations to that person. That's enough to make your day good because, as I've said before, I disagree with people who say money doesn't buy happiness because when is the last time you received money and you were angry?
Right.
Or bad or felt bad or depressed?
$100,000 is enough money to invest in Renew Media as well.
There you go. Greg says it's over $300 million right now in the Mega Millions. Okay, there you go. Are we bringing this into fruition again as we did? Because remember, leading up to the winning ticket being sold in Spanish Lake, what was I doing? I was showing you the last big winner in 2012. So you're saying there's a chance. Why not? We won the Powerball. Let's go somebody win it when it comes to the Mega Million. I don't even know when they draw that one.
Yeah.
And I know a guy, like he's a millionaire. I know somebody who works for him. He still buys his tickets. Like he still goes and buys tickets and he's a millionaire. It's like, seriously. So millionaires are buying tickets. So there's no problem with us buying tickets if we want. It makes us happy, right? Okay. I agree. 7:18. This is Art City Now. Glad you're with us. We're here till 8 o'clock when Hot Take Central 2.0 jumps in. By the way, we have a new app. Love to show our new app for KLIS. You know, this is 24/7 coverage, St. Louis all the time. We're still a new network and we're promoting it out there. Here's the new app, the Lou Info app. It's here. It's what it looks like. It's blue and red with the white lettering KLIS. You can go to the App Store. You can download it on Apple. And for those of you who choose to use Androids and kind of mess everything up for the rest of us.
So sorry.
I know. I'm messing. You're an Android user.
Yeah,
Andrew, who jumped
proudly
into the show earlier, is an Android user. And I'm like, damn, there's things that we can't do back and forth. Like we can't FaceTime.
Yeah, there's other apps.
An Apple phone and an Android can't FaceTime together.
Yeah, well, there's other FaceTime
That is a pain
apps.
in the arse.
No, it's not.
You
Facebook Messenger, you can do FaceTime.
You Android users.
Look, why do I need an Apple phone to accomplish? Why do I need an Apple phone to accomplish something I can do with an Android? There's nothing more special about an Apple
Is
phone.
an Android cheaper? I don't get it.
No, it's absolutely not. There's just, you can customize it. You're not, you could do things.
Oh, of course,
to
Greg's
it
an Android guy. I think I'm starting to be able to pick Android people out.
You can customize, you can customize everything. Some of them are even open source. Now you can't get that with Apple at all.
I wish we could all just be, I like uniformity. Android, of course, Greg's an Android guy.
I mean, I have an Apple device. I have my iPad. I mean, I'm still not completely out of the loop.
Okay.
And we FaceTime on that.
You know, we like Fridays are our free for all fun day shows. We like it. Lots of energy. Excuse me for that. I should have used my cough button. And we talked a little bit about Charlie Kirk early in the show. And we took a good pivot where it's more positive. Got a lot to get to still as well. But breaking news, President Donald Trump just came out and said, quote, with a high degree of certainty, the suspect in the Charlie Kirk killing has been caught.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, we hope so as well. More than 7,000 tips and leads to the FBI and authorities. So they've yet to say the name of the suspect or cite a motive. I think motive's pretty clear.
Yeah. Can we sign a petition for a public hanging of this guy?
No, you can't.
Why not?
And this is where, I upset some people. And this is why I don't miss doing politics. I don't. You asked me that question yesterday. Projo asked me that off air. He's like, do you miss at times like this? I'm like, no, I don't. But I also think people need to be real in life too. You can't have your a cake and eat it too. Too many freaking human beings want their cake and they want to eat it too. And you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And I could only imagine being in this situation where one of my loved ones, a child, a wife if I was married, a family member, was brutally assassinated, murdered, whatever. And then I had the decision to say whether the suspect lived or died. And I'm getting to the death penalty. Because there's too many, quote, conservatives. And I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to piss people off. I love you guys. I do. If you believe in life, that means life in all stages.
I also believe in
and
an
that
eye
gets
for an
into.
eye.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's like, because you hear so many people talk about reproductive rights, abortion. If say you're pro-life, well, then you have to be pro-life on the other end. And that sucks and it's hard. And that's one of those things in life. It's like, okay, we say things can be pretty cut and dry and easy, black and white, but they're not. They're not. And you know what I'm talking about with that situation.
I do, but I also know
my selfishness after what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, I think it should happen. But really, at the end of the day, would I pass forward on it? I don't think I would.
If you want to remain godly, yeah. However,
Utah has the death penalty, and he will get the death penalty if indeed this is the person. But once again, I think it's bigger than just one person.
I
And,
think so as well.
and I knew this would throw us right back into
Somebody
the Charlie
financed
Kirk
that
situation on the Fridays on the show on our free for all. But you know what? Like I said, I still have that sick residue feeling on my body because of everything happened. Greg says I'm 100% for the death penalty. Hang the mofo. I get it. I totally understand your sentiment. I do. And nobody could disagree with you or say that you're wrong for saying what you're saying or thinking what you're thinking.
I just don't think there's any nice way to, I don't know. Yeah.
What, to end a life?
Well, no. I don't think there's any nice way to, oh, man,
I just
I
want
can't think
people,
of the word.
here's the thing, it's just be real.
Right.
Be consistent, be real, no matter what you're doing in life. Because you'll be tested. Everybody gets tested. Everybody, even all these billionaires have issues. They do. They have issues. Every human being has issues.
I think that if you're if you're playing a game where people speak a different language, you need to learn how to speak their language because they won't understand anything else, is basically what I'm saying.
You talking political?
Yes.
Yeah,
So basically,
course.
you know, there if we let this, you know, if we let him rot in jail and, you know, we pay for him to live the rest of his life out, what kind of message does that send to somebody else who might do this in the future?
I don't know.
I think that some people need to be made examples of, especially if they're 100%, if they're proven 100% to be guilty.
Well, I just know that we're in a situation. Okay, we got a little time here. Where that news just came. Once again, breaking news. The suspect in the Charlie Kirk assassination shooting from Utah on the college campus has been caught, captured. Shocking to us as we started early on the show, saying that nobody had been caught yet, or at least there hadn't been a word of that happening. And now, especially in 2025, with all the technology, the eyes in the skies, the videos, the pictures, and everything. And then we'll find out if it is indeed the picture that we've been showing. If you get a chance, Pro Joe, can you show the pictures of the suspect for those who may not have seen it? And it's interesting because hat pulled way down, backpack, big sunglasses over the face, trying to blend in as well. Ironically, like an American flag t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that you can't tell. And can't tell the nationality of the person either.
The left is going to make this guy into a hero.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Pro Joe.
I'm sorry.
You've been
I'm
on those.
sorry. I'm a little jaded because I mean, it's not. It's not.
No.
It's not a.
We just don't need other things coming out of this. I mean, we've already. Yeah, it's just.
I mean, look what they did to the guy who killed the big pharma.
I don't know where this is going to go, but there'll be more news throughout the day. Who this guy is, where he's from. Is he really the guy? So much happened after the end of the shooting. We know people saying, I did it, jumping around, smiling, laughing. Other guys, I did it. The older guy, yeah. But President Trump says, we believe it's this person is now in custody when it comes to that. And of course, that'll be I just think of Charlie Kirk's wife, his wife. And family, from that standpoint. Yeah, Pro Joe, thanks for popping up the picture. He doesn't get to go back to his wife. 2 kids don't get to see their dad. And now I feel that residue all over me again. I'm angry. I'm kind of depressed when I still see that. I don't know how you have any feelings if you don't get that feeling when you see him and not being able to be with his family. Somebody who never promoted violence in any sort whatsoever and only promoted biblical values, whether you agree with them or not. It is what it is. We are Arch City now. Pro Joe's alongside him, Vic Faust. We still got another segment of the show. I don't know. We'll see where we come back. I mean, how it feels. We like to be organic. The sun's shining. I was feeling good. I don't feel so good now. I don't. We got some other things to get into. We'll figure it out. If you want to jump in the show, please, Facebook, X, and YouTube, talk with us, talk with others. If you want to give out shout outs for the weekend, any events going on, we'll give a rundown of some of the events. There's some big shows at Enterprise Saturday and Sunday night as well. We may be leaving something out as well, but jump in, talk with us. We'll figure this out. We take you to the top of the hour when Hot Take Central 2.0 jumps in, and check out our app, KLIS. We'll talk to you about it as well when we come back. We are your Lou information station. We're live and on demand at louinfo.com. Back with more right after this.
LouInfo.com news headlines brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. GetBC.com.
This is your LouInfo.com news update. A teacher was injured during an incident involving a student Thursday morning at Northview High School in St. Louis County. The teacher was taken to the hospital with minor injuries, and the student is in custody. The school and 2 others briefly went into lockdown as a precaution. Police are still investigating what led to that incident. St. Louis police have arrested 25-year-old Kenneth Dotson in connection with a fatal drive-by shooting last month. The victim, 24-year-old Darian Reed, was shot near South Kings Highway in Connecticut after leaving a gas station on August 23rd. He died days later from a neck wound. Surveillance footage led to Dotson's arrest on Thursday. One person was killed early Thursday morning after being hit by a vehicle on westbound I-64 in West St. Louis County. The crash happened around 6 a.m. near Timberlake Manor Parkway. All westbound lanes were shut down for several hours during the investigation. The cause of the incident is still under investigation. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com. Aston.
Now, LouInfo.com weather, presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports, anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. We're back into a summertime pattern through the upcoming weekend, and it looks like into next week, very low rain chances. Sunny today, and we're headed for the mid-90s. Looks like low 70s and a few clouds for the overnight hours. Another hot one on Saturday, mid to upper 90s and sunny. A few clouds on Saturday night, a slight chance of a thunderstorm, and 90s on Sunday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com.
The Lou Information Station, a whole new way to enjoy content created just for those of us in the St. Louis area. It's a whole new way to advertise and promote your business. Reach out and find out just how different we are. If you're tired of one-sided advertising offerings or your traditional media rep trying to shove digital marketing down your throat, visit LouInfo.com and click on advertising. Or email partnerships at LouInfo.com for more information.
Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill has a new menu. Don't freak out. Hot Shots favorites are still there, like their famous wings, tacos, burgers, plus new faves like Big Philly egg rolls, the Bold and Hearty Slugger sandwich, the Buffalo chicken pizza, and 2 new wing sauces, Carolina Gold and Bourbon Glaze. And making a comeback, it's the return of Hot Shots' legendary waffle fries. So now there's even more to love at Hot Shots. Come try out the new menu at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Find the location nearest you at hotshotsnet.com.
Buddy. What do you say, buddy?
Man, life comes at you fast. 1 minute you're cruising home, the next flashing lights in your rear view. And that's when you need backup. With the Legal Buddy app, you can connect to a local attorney in seconds. Seconds? Not waiting days for a callback? Nope, right away. DWI, car accident, criminal charge, traffic ticket, Legal Buddy's got your back. So it's like having a lawyer in your pocket. Exactly. Someone ready to step in the moment you need them, no matter the situation. That's peace of mind. That's Legal Buddy.
We're always going to be buddies, right?
All right, where do I get this? Just download the Legal Buddy app at LegalBuddyApp.com. Register and use code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card. Nice. Tickets, accidents, legal trouble, you're covered. The Legal Buddy app, always on your side. Download it today. Enter code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Buddy, it don't get much better than this.
Yep. This is Mizzou wide receiver Kevin Coleman Jr.
back. State Farm covering.
Saving money. Just by getting a quote from our office and mentioning Mizzou, we'll make a donation to support Mizzou's will to win push on your behalf. No strings attached.
So you're supporting the team, checking your rates. Doesn't get any easier than that.
It's so easy. Check them out online at carsonsinsurance.net. MIZZOU.
Back to more of Arch City with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hey guys, welcome into the show. Vic Faust here. It is Arch City Now, Projo alongside as well. We take you up until the top of the hour, 8 o'clock, when Hot Take Central 2.0 takes over. That's Cam Jansen, the former St. Louis Blues, heating up with their practicing. First preseason games are coming up in about 8 days. Looking forward to what we hope is going to be a successful St. Louis Blues season, that's for sure. And the Cardinals broadcaster, Jim the Cat Hayes. They've got a big show again, as they do on Fridays. Hot Take Central 2.0 at 8 o'clock. Also, we have a new app. You can check it out. It's the KLIS app for our listeners on the podcast. You can see the app for our listeners on radio on 590 or people who are tuning in just audio. It's white lettering, KLIS, with a red banner and a blue background, red, white, and blue, KLIS. The Lou Info app is here. Lou Info app. You can download it on Apple and Android. That's my inside joke with Projo. Sorry, Android users.
You have issues.
Yeah, I do have issues. But the first thing to getting better is admitting you have issues. Yes, I have issues. Yes, I can say I'm wrong. Yes, I can apologize. I have no problems with any of those things. And yes, I want to get better. You're going to help me? You have an intervention? You can have an Android intervention for me?
Yeah. You just got to use one.
Maybe if I did.
I switched a long time ago because batteries of iPhones used to be really controversial. And I haven't gone back since, other than my iPad. So
okay, I gotcha.
I used to be religious with it. I used to buy every update.
It's Friday at 7:35. Couple updates. Get through some of these headlines, and we'll continue some of the talk. Appreciate you guys jumping in on X, YouTube, and Facebook. Lots of people throughout all of the podcast platforms, and of course on 590 AM as well. The Redbirds get back to action tonight. They're in Milwaukee. It's easy to forget about them these days. 3 games under 500, not going to the playoffs. You know, it's like I wish there was something. It's like I'm looking at it going, another guy starting who shouldn't be a starter. Palante just had a rough year. Good dude, just a rough year. Cardinals coming off being swept in Seattle. Hopefully they're not blasted by the Brewers for another 3 games. We will see. Mizzou football tomorrow at noon because of the heat. High school football tonight. You can get into that. Anything else that we have not covered, you can tell us and let us know about what's going on. Speaking of the Blues, by the way, former play-by-play announcer John Kelly, who I hate is not with the Blues anymore, but I understand management makes decisions and you move on. Got the same role, play-by-play role with FanDuel Sports for the LA Kings. So congratulations to the voice, the smooth voice of John Kelly. Congrats, John, to him, his family. So damn good at what he does and so good for so long, including the people in his family. It'll be weird not having him around in St. Louis, but we wish him nothing but the best with the LA Kings, getting to do what he loves and what he's so talented at doing. So congrats to him. Speaking of the NFL, we had a little bit of that talk earlier. Yeah, I told you I'm not a big Pack fan. Sorry. And then I got blasted with Pack fans all over the place. The Pack fans, yes, they looked good last night. They won.
Cheeseheads.
27-18 over the Commanders. Seriously, if you're a Packers fan, it looks like you got a really good team. Have a really good coaching staff as well. Packers won last night, but that leads into what I think is the game of the week, in my humble opinion. It's the Chiefs, and not just because we have Chief fans all over the St. Louis area, but because it's a big game. It's a repeat of the Super Bowl last year. Chiefs lost their first game of the season. They did not look good playing in Brazil against the Chargers. And then you have on the other side the Eagles, who didn't look good or play well, but still beat the Cowboys in their first game of the year. So here they are taking each other on. Arrowhead Sunday, 3:25. Can't wait to watch that. By the way, I did pick the Chiefs in my football pool straight up, where I pick all the teams, and I've got the Chiefs winning. I had a really good first week, so I don't know if that tells you anything. I just think I find it hard to believe the Chiefs will not be playing their best game on Sunday. Just don't. I think they'll be there. I think they'll be able to get that stuff done. Okay. Also, if there's anything we're missing from the St. Louis area, let us know. The Deftones at Enterprise tomorrow night. You know, I always liked the Deftones. It wasn't something like, oh, I got to see their concert. I got to do this. I got to do that.
Same.
But then some people close to me kept telling, including you, that they liked the Deftones. And I started hearing some music, and I'm like, okay, I think I can get into this.
Yeah, they just released a new album, too.
I think it'd be a really good show to go to.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
I don't know. Maybe I'll go.
I know somebody who's going.
Do you really?
Yeah. Kara, one of my friends.
Okay, cool. Open myself up to new things. It's a free-for-all, positive, moving forward Friday, right?
Oh, yeah.
The Deftones. That's not it then. Sunday night, Matt Rife in town. It's here.
And you're going to that.
Well,
you were.
I went to a site called Listed, Lysted, to sell those tickets.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I could. Yeah, I bet you got a good. I bet you got a good amount for them.
I just did that yesterday.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I just did that yesterday. Because I'm not going. I have not pulled the trigger on it yet. But I went looking. I was like, where can I sell these tickets? And I found a site called Listed, Lysted.
Well, I'm sorry to hear you're not going.
Yeah, we'll see. I know. But huge show Sunday night. Massively packed. Matt Rife, Enterprise. So it's another big weekend in St. Louis. Greg says, since the Rams left, I root for Tampa. Okay, there you go. And this is the interesting dynamic in St. Louis. We should have our own team. We're not going to get into all that again. However, Greg says, I root for Tampa. Best friends live in Tampa and Detroit because I lived there for 6 months and my mentor was from Detroit. I root for the Lions because I worked there for 11 years. I was a sports anchor and I covered the Lions and I covered the first 0-16 team ever. So I'm like, I love football. It's a big part of my life. It's been a big part of my kids' lives, my two boys at least. Football is something that brings us together. It's a commonality. So we're sitting there in Detroit and I'm like, great. I've brought my kids to the abyss of football. The first 0-16, first winless football team ever in the NFL. And then I've got one of those sons who was born in Detroit. He's like, Dad, I'm from the D. I'm going to like the Lions. So then my older son started liking it. So then that's why we started liking the Lions. And trust, we've been liking them for about 9 years, okay? It wasn't just because they started to get good the last 2 years. It is interesting to have kids. This kid was born in Detroit, likes cars, likes engines, loves Dennis Rodman, who played for the Pistons, wanted a Dennis Rodman jersey for Christmas this last year. I was like, what? I was like, really? Then we had to kick the Red Wings love out of him, but we did that.
See, this is something that I've never understood about like sports and following teams like that. You know the team's probably going to lose that year, but yet you watch every game
because you're addicted.
I know, but isn't it disappointing watching every week and then like
yes, but it's just like watching a Netflix series.
Yeah,
you watch Netflix series, right?
Yeah.
You know, my friend Andrew, who jumped in lure, he's like, I think watching sports is the dumbest thing ever.
I don't think it's dumb.
He's like, it's like, okay, it's sports here. It's it's just like watching a TV show.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, I disagree, but I understand your point.
It's like being a Chicago Cubs fan.
Well, they're good now.
Well, they won one.
For a long time. Yeah, but they're good. Ryan says, I became a Lions fan. That's a third Lions fan that's jumped in on the chat today. I like that. See, I'm not out by myself. I became a Lions fan because of Barry Sanders, my favorite player ever, the best running back of all time. By far, the best running back. By far. the best running back of all time. Thanks for jumping in on the show, Ryan, and putting that there. Yeah, we appreciate that. So those are some of the things that are going on this weekend. If anything else is there, tell us. There's always stuff going on throughout the metro area. Just let us know. Jump in on the chat line. You can let us know. Promote your restaurant, your bar, your event, charity event, you name it. There's other things going on this weekend. I was going to say there's a big charity party that I know about, but you have to pay money for those tickets. And anyway, more of a private deal. So let us know what you guys are thinking about, if anything else is happening. Okay. Also, I have to get to this, and I'm kind of going back and forth with the Charlie Kirk news that just came out. Our president, Donald Trump, came out and said the suspect in the assassination of conservative pundit, the founder of Turning Point, was captured. The suspect is in the authorities' hands. But then I saw Greg said that the president said a minister who is also involved with law enforcement turned in the suspect to authorities. That's kind of bizarre to me too. Doesn't that kind of add another just weird ripple?
It's a different layer. That's for sure.
To me, I'm like, what? I don't know. I'm just sitting there letting that soak in. I don't know what to make of that. I don't know.
Yeah. We'll have to wait to hear details.
It's difficult today when you're trying to bounce from happiness and positivity, Free for All Friday, being positive no matter what you're dealing with. And then it's just like, it's going to be really hot this weekend. You guys know that. If you're just joining the show, we had $100,000 scratchers ticket over at the Richmond Heights Schnucks. That's some positive news there as I try to focus on that. There is one thing that I did see too, and I know it's kind of a real 180 turn. And I wanted to get your opinion on it just because I saw a local TV station do a story on it, Fox. But federal agents seized over 600,000 illegal vapes from a warehouse in Chicago, cracking down on vaping products. And they went and the local news station spoke with an owner of a Viola STL dispensary in downtown. And he was talking about the impact of these illegal products and speculate on the federal authorities coming and doing this in St. Louis because allegedly they're all over St. Louis. I don't understand the significance, why they're illegal, why that's bad, and then where that plays into the marijuana industry. I do see a lot of people using vapes and they vape marijuana and THC. So Projo, please come in to the talk and educate me on what the hell's happening in Chicago and what could be happening in St. Louis when it comes to illegal vapes.
So apparently they're finding that a lot of the vape companies are selling products that have been smuggled in from China. So there's a lot of bad chemicals, a lot of bad stuff in these things, and apparently they're most likely hurting people. And
is it fake THC?
I don't think it's fake THC. However, there's just added extra things.
But where do you get it? Where do you get the vapes then? Where are they illegal? Are they just sold like on the streets? Black market? Are they in stores?
I think that I guess there's some vape shops that are selling the stuff. And I think it's actual vape shops vape shops are selling this stuff and they don't even have a license. And sometimes these things have THC in them. So some vape shops are selling THC products and they don't even know it. So the stuff that's smuggled in from China, some of it contains marijuana. And it's not supposed to.
Well, if the feds are this involved, something clearly is going on.
Right.
And that's what made me go, okay, we need to hit on it before we get out of the show today. I mean, we've had a bunch of different topics, but it was the other one I was like, man, I got to find a way to get that in there somehow.
And we're talking tobacco vape, by the way.
We're talking what?
Tobacco vape.
Yeah. as opposed to cartridges or.
But yeah, you can have
you
cartridges.
can get THC in the cartridges?
Yes.
Yeah, I know that sounds stupid. I know.
Well, no.
But that's my education when it comes to marijuana and vaping and THC.
Some people don't realize that you can actually get it in that form. It's a lot more potent in that form. However, you can get marijuana vape.
From the text, Ryan says, or from the chat line, some of it's THCA.
Yep.
Can you please
loophole.
educate me on this again? I know you spoke about this the other day, but I'm a repetition guy.
So THCA, I believe, is what's in hemp. And
that's right.
If you decarb hemp, which means raise it to a certain temperature for a certain period of time, it'll turn into a psychotropic version of THC, which the THC that is originally in hemp is not psychotropic or whatever. So it doesn't cause you to get high. Now there is a way that you can make it. And that's what they're putting in.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not quite sure what to make of it, where to think of it, what's going to happen. I just did, like I said, see that, there's a crackdown in the St. Louis area. And it seemed like the dispensary owners were welcoming this and happy about this. At least,
I don't know any dispensary owners or anybody who would be happy about selling products that are dangerous to people's health.
Yeah, you would hope not.
Right. No legit business is going to want to sell you something that's going to hurt
you. Just have more experience in this. You've been around it for a while. You've seen the effects of marijuana and how it's been good for you in your life and helping you in certain ways. I know many other people who use marijuana in a positive manner as well. So.
And then there's some people who are just, ridiculous with it. So.
Oh, with marijuana?
Yeah.
Okay. I gotcha. Thank you. All right. That's all good. As you wear a green light hat today, too.
Yep.
One of our previous advertisers, Green Light in the St. Louis area. And then, of course, our friend Ham, who owns Route 66 as well. Another shout out to Forbes 400 richest people in America, 4 St. Louisans and a 5th Missourian making the list. Dave Stewart, 98th richest person in America, $12.4 billion. Pauline McMillan Keeneth, she's 158th in America, $8.5 billion. Largest shareholder of Cargill. Then you've got Jim Kavanaugh, Dave Stewart's right-hand man, 187th at $7.7 billion, and Roger Riney and his family, 352nd coming in, just under 400 at $4.2 billion, after he sold Scottrade. So if people didn't know, that's Roger Riney. He was the co-founder of the discount brokerage firm Scottrade. It's now under the portfolio financial firm of Charles Schwab. So congratulations to them. But then also you had, who's the owner? Bass Pro Shops again. Oh, I had it here and I can't find him again really quick. What happened to him? I was looking for his name again.
I forgot his name, or
Yeah, I know.
When I think of Bass Pro Shops, I just think of the
aquariums.
aquariums.
It was Johnny Morris. Johnny Morris, founder and CEO of Bass Pro Shops. He ranked 176th with a net worth of $7.9 billion. Lots and lots of money all over the place. So promoting St. Louis and the Missouri area from that standpoint. Art City Now, guys, we're here Monday through Friday. As you know, 6 to 8 a.m. Hot Take Central 2.0 is coming up following us as well today. Thanks for being with us always. And if you have story ideas, let us know. Let us know. You can jump in at archcitynow@gmail.com. Once again, archcitynow@gmail.com, and give us an update in regards to what you want, who you think we should be talking to, interviews, and so forth. Also, we were talking about the shows at Enterprise, Deftones tomorrow night. I don't know. Maybe I'll get a little crazy, Pro Joe.
Sell the Matt Rife tickets and go to.
Yeah, I know. There you go.
Go to Deftones.
I know. There you go.
Take Andrew. I bet he'd go.
Sometimes I like doing things by myself.
Well, there you go.
Is that weird?
Well, I just figure if you had 2 Matt Rife tickets.
But I've done some things by myself recently. It's like, okay, I'm like, I feel like a loser. I'm looking at it's like, okay.
Shouldn't.
So that's going on at Enterprise. Then the Factory also has a show this week. Sunday, Gavin Hadcock. He's over at the Factory. So they've got stuff going on there. Great venue as well. And, you know, I haven't looked at the pageant. I haven't looked anywhere else. If anybody knows of other places that good stuff is happening over the weekend, let us know. But of course, we know it's going to be hot. It's going to be hot. So I'll let you know about Deftones. I'm looking up Deftones tickets right now. It's been a long time. Well, I was going to say it's been a long time since I went to a concert. Who knows? But whatever you guys do over the weekend, it's going to be hot outside. Stay inside. Try to enjoy the weekend. Enjoy staying positive. Have a great weekend. Let's go Mizzou from Tony. Also, let's see. What else do we got? I was trying to make sure I got. Trump says father of the suspect turned him in. What?
Hey.
Okay, this story's getting even more bizarre.
Well,
you're the father. Oh my! I just got chills all over again. That dirty, nasty residue of all of this.
What would you do?
Oh my God! You have to turn him in.
Mm-hmm.
You have to turn your son in, your daughter. You do. I mean, once again, you don't ever want to deal with that situation. I was just going, go MIZ, ZOU.
So I have a list of concerts this weekend.
Pop them in, Bubba. It's
Well,
7:55.
Yeah, I can't really pop them. Well, yeah, I can't.
What you
really
got,
pop 'em
buddy?
in. We've got Deftones, which we've already talked about. We've got Chevelle with Asking Alexandria, Dead Poets Society at the St. Louis Music Park. That's on. What doesn't say?
Can I interrupt? We've got the Maddie concert this whole
Yes,
weekend too.
I was
And
getting to that. Yep.
Can you bring up that?
Yeah. We got the Music at the Intersection, Maddie Festival, with Common, Pete Rock, De La Soul, and more. That starts at 1, and that's at the Grand Center Arts District. And I think that's all the notable events. Oh, Leela James. Well, that's with the Maddie Festival.
Thank you, Pro Joe. Why are you laughing? Did I just discard you? Or?
No.
Regarding the situation, the breaking news that came out with the suspect being caught and in police custody. Chatline says it was a minister who was involved with law enforcement. His good friend is a top U.S. Marshal, and they took it from there. Trump said, quote, and then it was a father got involved, his own father, and said, we got to go in. And they, as I understand it, and again, subject to change, but the facts are the facts. We have the person that we think is the person we're looking for, but they drove him to police headquarters. He's there now.
So he went willingly? Well, I guess he would have to if it's his dad.
Whoa. Ben, free beer at Wendy's.
I know.
What? Details, put that in there again.
Right.
I should have promoted this already, Ben. The 5-year anniversary, or not 5-year anniversary, 5-year ownership of current ownership, Ben and Marla, today at Wendy's. Trying to get that in really quick, 30 seconds.
Yes.
Check out Wendy's in the Chesterfield Valley. Free beer? Really?
Yeah.
For how long? Free beer? Free beer at Wendy's.
Just show up at Wendy's and say, I heard something about free beer.
I'll post that on this chat line really quick. 5th anniversary of the Con Zone in it. 2 of the best people you will ever meet. 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
We're Hot Take Central 2.0. It's coming up next. Free wings?
Oh my gosh.
Have an awesome Friday. We're trying to end on a positive note.
That's a positive.
All right. I'll be there at some point. Have a great day. Stay positive.
You've seen this. It's brand new. Are you online?
Oh, hey. Oh, so you're new.